There are people we believe will always be there, so we delay the call, we ignore the message, we say, "I'll talk to them tomorrow," but sometimes tomorrow never comes. And sometimes the last message, the last phone call, the last moment you saw someone becomes the memory that destroys you for the rest of your life. Tonight, this isn't just a story about death. It's about regret, about silence, about realizing someone loved you deeply, only after they were gone. His name was Hassan, a simple man, quiet, tired all the time. His hands were rough from years of work. His face carried exhaustion like a permanent shadow. But his eyes always looked gentle. He had one son, Marwan. Marwan was smart, ambitious, always chasing something bigger, a better life, more money, more success. And slowly, he started seeing his father as part of an old life he wanted to escape. An old man who woke up early, worked endlessly, spoke very little. Marwan thought silence meant weakness. He didn't understand that sometimes silence is just love that doesn't know how to speak. Hassan spent his entire life giving. When Marwan needed tuition money, Hassan sold things he loved. When Marwan needed rent, Hassan worked longer hours. When Marwan needed help, Hassan always said, "Don't worry, I'm here." And Marwan got used to it. He treated his father's sacrifices like they were normal, like fathers are supposed to suffer quietly, like love is something guaranteed. Their last argument was over something small. Hassan called his son from the living room. "Wait, I want to tell you something." Marwan was in a hurry. "Later, Dad, I'm busy." And for a moment, Hassan went silent, not angry, not offended, just quiet in a way that felt final. But Marwan didn't notice. He walked out the door without looking back, without knowing that would be the last time he ever heard his father's voice. 2 days later, Marwan was at work. His phone rang. Home. He ignored it. Then it rang again and again. Finally, a message appeared. "Come home, now." His chest tightened instantly. The drive home felt endless, every second heavier than the last. When he arrived, people were standing outside the house, silent faces, red eyes, whispers. His mother stood near the door, trembling. Marwan looked at her and asked, "Where's Dad?" Nobody answered, because sometimes silence says everything. He walked into his father's room. The bed was perfectly made. His glasses rested beside the lamp. His prayer beads still hung from the chair. It looked like he would walk back into the room any second, but he never did. Hassan died waiting for his son, waiting for one more conversation, one more minute, one more chance. At first, Marwan couldn't process it. He sat on the floor staring at nothing. His mind kept rejecting reality. No, this can't be real. But reality doesn't care what we're ready for, and regret is a cruel thing, because it doesn't arrive all at once. It comes in waves. Why didn't I answer? Why didn't I stay for 1 minute? Why was I always too busy? Every later suddenly sounded violent. Every ignored call became unbearable. For the first time in his life, Marwan understood something horrifying. The people who love us are not permanent. And one day, life takes them without warning, leaving behind only memories and guilt. After the funeral, Marwan returned home, but the house felt dead. The chair his father used to sit in looked abandoned. The kitchen felt colder. Even the silence sounded different. Then he opened his father's closet. Inside was a small envelope. Written on it were 2 words, "For Marwan." His hand shook as he opened it. Inside was a single letter. It said, "My son, I was never good at speaking, but but I hope you knew I was proud of you every single day. Every time you walked away too quickly, I told myself maybe tomorrow you'd sit with me a little longer. I never wanted anything from you except your happiness. If I ever felt heavy in your life, forgive me. I was only afraid for you. And if you're reading this after I'm gone, then maybe I wasn't the one who left too early. Maybe you were just too late. Marwan collapsed, and for the first time since childhood, he cried like a broken child. Not because his father died, but because he finally realized how deeply he had been loved when it was already too late. People think pain comes from losing someone, but sometimes the real pain comes from realizing you could have loved them better while they were still alive. One more conversation, one more dinner, one more hug. That's all it takes to change everything. That night, Marwan sat alone staring at his father's picture and whispered, "I'm sorry." Months passed. Marwan changed completely. He started calling his mother every day. He answered messages immediately. He stayed longer with people he loved, because grief taught him something success never could. The last time you see someone usually doesn't feel like the last time. That's why we waste it. We assume there will always be another conversation, another visit, another tomorrow, until there isn't. So, if there's someone you love, someone still waiting for your call, someone who still cares about you quietly, don't wait. Send the message. Make the call. Stay a little longer, because one day you may discover that the last time you saw them was truly the last time.